Hello, everybody. Welcome back. It's Creative Redundancy back again. Also known as, well, you could tell because it says it on the screen. Also known as CR. Want to welcome everyone to this special, well, fairly special for me, anyways, live stream with CR, some Preparednes Chat. Reconnect with some of you planet people out there, and this kind of some prepping and preparedness stuff. Now remember, the gear, your supplies, do work better overall with knowledge, skills, and experience backing it up. Now, I'm no expert, but like many others out there, learning more and doing stuff in advance of a common or likely to occur event or situation. Just in case, forethought, more being proactive and less reactive, more forethought instead of in hindsight I should have did this. All right, we all can do a little bit more to help create a better future starting today. My social media links are down in the description right now, so you can go check them out. I appreciate everyone taking the time to drop in. Hey, it's Abby. See, you caught me. I know you missed me on the last one. So, as everyone knows, this month, September, is Preparedness Month. So, I figure I put one out for this month. I actually brought some stuff out and all that good stuff. And hopefully I'm not the lag and get interrupted, get derailed, see a squirrel and some other things. So boom, CR's in the house, as you can tell. Hey Abby. So yes, more proactive and less reactive. So yes, I do have some stuff on the side. And yes, I got headphones in. Just to keep tabs on the time here for me. So hopefully the volume should be good. I need to work on the mic eventually. What's one of the more important things in preparedness? Liquids, water. So you got some right now, go hydrate up. Have a snack or something like that. I may talk about food, so you'll probably see that in there. It's Tash. Hi, Tash. Hi. You know what? Why not? I guess that was a good time. That was a good time to change that up. Let's see here. Oh yeah, so like I was saying, before I got interrupted, people are messaging me on IG. They're like, "You're going live, CR?" I'm like, "Yeah." When? Right now. I was here catching this on the replay, so I do appreciate everyone taking the time to drop in. Go hydrate up, all that good stuff. Grab a snack, all that's good stuff. What's up, James? How are you doing, buddy? And let me bump up my side chat here. I gotta pop it out so I can actually do all this cool stuff. Oh, okay, 60-40 right now. 60-40. I have a poll up on the screen. Well, at the top of the chat right now, so you can go check it out. What did you do today to prepare more? And like I said, September is Preparedness Month. Lots of people, lots of channels out there, people out there doing something, promoting it, I guess. And speak of the person that asked me when I was going along live right now. It's Moose Cow. Hi. How are you doing? And I brought some stage props out just to reinforce my thought process in this. Remember, preparedness is more than just this. Yes, I actually put it in this. For obvious reasons. because it works better when it's dry, right? I don't think many people like it when it's wet. Just saying. Just saying. Sorry, hold on a sec. So, I'm gonna do a challenge for myself while I'm doing this live stream. Once again, I might not be walking with it, but I do have it with me. Let me just put it on quick here. Let me just put on this bag. I'm probably like, Sarah, you don't wear a bag for the whole live stream? Well, dang, I'm gonna try. I've done it before, but like literally, I updated this. So I do have it on right now, see? You're probably like, hey, CR, what's in it? Well, you'll have to wait for a video on it. Because I still haven't released a video on it. Because I'm still working on it. Because these kind of things need to be always in flux, always trying to trying to improve your situation, your own, at the moment and stuff like that. So I got this on. Let me get this on the live chat, not the talk chat. Alright, so it's 60-40, 60-40. About 5 people are voted. Cool, cool. So yes, I do have a backpack on. I got water on the side, too. And stuff like that. And of course, so let me start off with saying that probably the most important thing is, hold on a sec. Give me one sec, sorry. Sorry about that. Like I said, I'm live streaming, so anything can happen. So one of the more important things is, well, water. Now, I do have a water container around here. It's not full, but I've shown this before. The water container. Now, if this was full, also it'd be better. I'm working on that. I've been working on that a little bit more this year to increase the water supply, rain catchment, and stuff like that. Because you can only go a couple days without water. Couple days. And sometimes it's less if it's, well, obviously if it's hotter out, or you're exerting yourself a lot more, or sweating a lot, and stuff like that. And besides, water is important just not only for drinking purposes, but for power, cleaning, and all that good stuff, right? So without water, you ain't getting far in preparedness. Another thing that's also pretty important is the shelter aspect, the cover aspect of stuff. So clothing and stuff like that. So I'd say for me in the winter it'd be like mitts, gloves, scarves, boots, maybe ski pants, jacket, hat, toque, and all that stuff. And of course, maybe in terms of like per se outdoor activities or camping or glamping, a tarp, sleeping bag to stay warm, contractor bags, ponchos, stuff to cover yourself, protect you from the elements. Maybe from the heat of the sun during the day, maybe it's like 90 plus Fahrenheit out, 32 Celsius or greater. Or maybe it's like in the 40s and the single digits and it's like raining and that rain's cold. You probably want to stay dry. So a poncho, for example, would be pretty useful. Because here's a story right here. I have been in the rain and got soaked. And that was cold rain, yeah, because I didn't plan it. Yep, like a fool I was, but I learned that lesson. So that was one of those cold experiences I felt that weren't actually per se in the winter. I mean, you can get cold even when you're not in the winter, or not in the winter. It's also water. It's one of those things that can cool you down. dramatically fast, especially if it's colder water. It doesn't even need to be below freezing and stuff like that. So yes, those three. Oh, and the food, I should say, and food. So I got a little bit of all three of those things in here: shelter, water, food. Yeah, roll. Oh, my water bottle's right here. I got a water bottle right here. See, this orange water bottle, metal. So if need be, I can put clean water in here per se. If need be, boil in it per se. I generally I've been switching over towards a metal water bottle more than a plastic one, just for the simple fact that it can do a little bit more. Maybe a little bit more weight compared to a plastic, but I mean, I do have a plastic bottle right here, but I'm working on um, phasing it out. Yeah, phasing it out and stuff like that. It's all good. It's all good, Tash. Well, see, exactly. See, okay, good. No, the information's more important right now, anyways. I do have some visuals, and I do have a backpack on. So James says he's at the gym, physical fitness at the gym. Well, hey, I'm kind of working out myself. I have a bag on. You're probably like, hey, CR, what else is in the bag? Well, you'll have to weigh, but it weighs about, let's say, about 15 pounds. 15 pounds. I got a. I'm hoping to update this bag, or not like update it, but upgrade to a new bag soon for this one. But in the meantime, this will work. It's got a waist strap and stuff like that. I'm looking for one that has a sternum or a chest strap on it. So all the weight's not on my shoulders and stuff like that. So it's more on my hip and stuff like that. I've actually taken the time the last couple of days to redo it, check on it, right? Miss preparedness much, and make sure it's ready to go. You know, at a moment's notice, I can deploy it, metaphorically speaking, and hopefully it'll be ready to go and help me in a situation just in case. Just in case. Because we know from, well, I know my subscribers and viewers know, well, stuff's going down. Stuff's going down. Stuff's going down. You know, unless you've been under a rock for the last, like, year and a half, well, things have gone down. You know, where it'd be, you know, forest fires, flooding, hurricane, all this air stuff. When this air stuff that I won't really get into, like, that kind of stuff, yeah. So that's why I want to share a few things, maybe share a few stories here and there, maybe share a few details and such. Give me a moment. I have something cold with me. It's quite warm out, so I actually brought some frozen yogurt out. Actually, just getting it out right now. This, okay, never mind. I tried to freeze some yogurt. I won't show the packaging, but yeah, see, that's frozen, but I pulled the spoon out and the fork out by accident, so I now have to consume it. Right? Don't waste food. This is a luxury, a comfort item. And besides, it's warm out. It's like 25 Celsius out right now. It's quite warm for this time of year. Usually it doesn't get this warm here in September, but I'm glad I prepared some frozen yogurt in advance, and besides I have to consume it anyway. So frozen yogurt. Let me put that on. Mm. Oh yeah, awesome. So yeah, let's see here. Yeah, out east, right? Everyone knows about what went down out east, flooding, winds, and stuff like that. Especially the flooding, you know, down in the Big Apple and stuff like that. Train stations getting flooded. You're seeing like trains getting a free car wash or train wash. You're probably like, what? Yeah, that's probably not supposed to happen. Right? I was like, dang. I was seeing a few videos, clips, and here and there, just stuff that comes on my home feed where I'm just like, someone's trying to wade through some, like, almost like, let's say, hip height, uh, not quite chest height of water and stuff like that, you know, and the destruction that came from it, water damage and stuff like that. And it's kind of sad to see it, not only because of, you know, the material loss, but, people too, right? People losing things and stuff like that. And as a side note, right, it doesn't really help the environmental side, right? Because a lot of these stuff you may hear gets trashed later, which is also a downside of it too, right? So that doesn't help anything. So that's why I've been trying a little bit more to get prepared, not specifically for that reason, but just in case water damage, right? I mean, it's funny. My buddy of mine that lives close by. Well, not that close, but over at his old place. Lives in an apartment building. There was some flooding above him. It came down. His clothes got wet and all that stuff, and it was just like it was reminding me of it. I was just like, it's the same thing because you got to deal with that hassle of like things are ruined and all that stuff, right? And I do see you guys are all coming in right now. So, well, um, before I derail myself, let me say hi to M Puppy Breath, Mackenzie, Uncle Al, the Bullfrog, Autistic Prepper. Hi, all you. So yeah, coming back to what I was saying, I was just saying to my friend, I'm like, yeah, I think you, I think you probably wish you sealed your clothing and stuff like that in a bag, like sealed it up, like permanently seal it, if you can, right? Or at least have a reusable bag that you can seal it with. Because I've been thinking about that. I'm just like, that could be important, right? Where not just like documents, right? Health documents, insurance documents, copies of identification and stuff like that are sealed. And hopefully they can handle water pressure, right? Not just like a little bit of, not just rainproof or splashproof, but like submerging. I mean, is your stuff per se in a sealed? Is it gonna be able to handle like water pressure from like at the bottom of a 50-gallon, 55-gallon drum? That's one thing I want to actually be like, stick it at the bottom, leave it for like a couple hours, maybe a couple days or whatever, and come back and hopefully pull it out and be like, yeah, it's still dry. Because water has a lot of weight to it. It can push really hard. About 1 cubic meter or 3 cubic feet of water weighs about 1 ton. So it's gonna push a lot. I mean, water will flow into any crevice or crack again and stuff like that. Where you're trying to like siphon it out, shop vac it out, and stuff like that. I've seen the videos. People were doing that. Let me just see here. Did I miss anything? Hey, it's Mike. Hey, Mike. How are you doing? It's nice to see you, by the way. Welcome. P2E. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, okay, Uncle. Yeah, yeah. See, that's I've been and I'm remembering what Uncle said. All right, inflatable boat, right? Overseas, that could have been useful in some of these places. Jet ski or something like that. If you had, if you had that in advance, could be useful, right? Be able to still get around if you had to, right? You know, because you don't know what's in the water, right? You know, I heard the stories about Crocs and all that stuff down south more, and I was like, dang, it makes you kind of iffy of stepping into that little, you know, knee deep, waist deep water because you can't see underneath the water, right? I mean, it's not like everyone's got sonar, right? Who has sonar to go see for the water, right? Or check for the water. So you know, staying above it is probably safer. And never mind about any power outages or electrical outages, um, power lines and stuff like that. And that'd be pretty dicey too. That'd be pretty dicey too. You wouldn't even know it. You'd be like zap, right? Oh yeah, exactly. Never underestimate the power of water. Yeah, yeah. It'll push really hard. I mean, you know, it'll push like some. I've heard stories where it was pushing so hard that it's just like it wasn't even that high, but it was like piercing through the walls in some places where pretty much it's saturating in and basically it diffuses in or gets saturated in and stuff like that. Like a sponge, it's like, and next thing you know, the other side of the wall is starting to drip and drip and drip, and the next thing you know, hey CR, do you got that shop vac still? Yeah. Cause I think we're done needed. Oh, okay. That might be useful. Yeah. Hey, it's Big Matt. Hey, what's up, man? Thanks for taking the time to drop in. I appreciate all you fine folks taking the time to drop in. So apparently my survey, not survey, I mean my poll at the top is about 85% for yes. So someone's been doing something today, which is not. Remember, I still have my frozen yogurt. It's still warm out here. And I probably should finish this. Besides, don't waste food. Hmm. Oh yeah, that's true. So let's see. I'll probably jump around from topic to topic and stuff like that. Try to relate it here and there and stuff like that. Let's see. What else did I remember seeing this one news report or something like that. Short clip. Some where was it? I can't remember. I think it was well, obviously it's because of Ida and stuff like that, but there was like this car or some their car or had a tree fell on the top of it or something like that. I mean, basically the car doesn't per se move, but they were using it to recharge their battery for their phone and stuff like that. I think he said, "Well, I'm just gonna leave it in the vehicle. I'm pretty sure no one's gonna steal it because I think like the front end was a little bit dented or caved in. The wheels were bent and stuff like that. The axle was broken or something like that. So it was undrivable. So they used it for the next best thing, power, right? To power up their mobile device or something like that. Something similar to what I have here. Tablet, something like that. Smartphone, maybe some emergency radio that can accept USB power in to recharge and stuff like that. So, but how many people actually have these things, right? Power bank, power block. Well, yeah, power blank, I should say, right? How many people actually have that kind of stuff? Colin, great man. Uh, growing and chilling. How are you doing, both all of you? Thanks for taking the time to drop in. But yeah, how many people actually have this kind of stuff? Like, here's a power bank that I have right here. Right? I'm just like, I remember back in July, we actually had a power outage here. Only very minor, slight inconvenience and stuff like that. I was just being nice to people and just like saying, hey, your phone's good, right? I can charge up your phone, right? That's just being nice, right? Stuff like that. And people were like, what's this here? I'm like, it's a power bank. What's a power bank? I'm like, what? You don't know what a power bank is? I was like, it's like mobile power, right? Or at least mobile USB 5-volt power. So how many people actually don't have this kind of stuff? I mean, one of my friends recently got like a 20,000 and a 10,000 milliamp, and now they're like, it's their best friend. It really is their best friend, right? Because you can keep up, well, a device and stuff like that. Even something like a wind up radio that you could wind up if you had to. Some mobile power, at least you don't have to do that. And maybe there isn't any solar energy out there for solar power to recharge it, and you don't want to spend the next 20 minutes going like this and whining about your situation more. Yeah, see, I threw a pun in there. Yeah, exactly, P2E. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Isn't it supposed to be like a foot or two you can start lifting a car and stuff like that? Let me see. Yeah, okay. Okay, I see the poll's at 81% for yes and 19 for no at the moment, so there's still time in the day, right? There's still time to do something, alright? As, like I said, do things in advance, be more proactive and less reactive, more forethought and less in hindsight. You know, get things now or do things now while it's still easy, alright? While you're not stressed out about it, right? It's just like the skills and knowledge and all that stuff. Hopefully you've done it beforehand or experienced it beforehand. Because I don't know about anyone else, but let's just say I don't want to be relying on some friction fire bow drill hand drill, even though I tried before in the past, when I don't need to. Especially if I haven't done that before. I've tried out bow drill and stuff like that. I've yet to transfer the amber and blow it in flame, but I'm working on it. I got the tip hot, so hot enough where it'll feel hot, but still working on that. I don't think so, Gray. Hello, Howie. How are you doing, Howie? As you can tell, just in case everyone's been dropping in, I do have one of my bags on. So, because again, coming back to this bag thing, right? Your what? Go type bag, emergency preparedness bag, some sort of get home bug out evacuation type of bag, depending on your situation and what it's fine tuned for. Put it on. Try it out, right? Because there's no sense in having all this gear if you haven't tried it, or at least experienced with it, right? Because skill and knowledge and experience make gear and supplies work the best that they can. Alright? For example, I always use this as example, cordage, right? Paracord and all that stuff, bracelets and all that stuff. I got one on. I got one on. I got one on right here. It's the one I actually everyday carry, actually, and stuff like that. And it's nice to have that, right? But you know what's really nice? Being able to like tie things, and actually, uh, what's that called? Know the knots and hitches, like, what's that called? Lark's head knot, Hotline hitch, Alpine butterfly knot, bowline, alright? Especially the bowline, I mean, that it is useful. It is useful. I remember seeing the videos overseas and stuff like that, people trying to rescue someone with some line, some rope and stuff like that. Let's just say a bowline would have been nice, a fixed loop, right? Instead of trying to hold on to a rope or this, you could put it around you, and since it's a fixed loop, it's not going to shrink or expand. So, yeah, right. Just saying, right? It would have been easier. Instead of trying to hold on to the line with your strength, right? Because if you're fighting current and stuff like that, you're probably trying to go against the current, swim against it and stuff like that. You're gonna get exhausted. So something like a bowline knot could be very useful to know in advance, especially if you know how to do that one-handed, which I still have to learn how to do. I'm eating frozen yogurt, but did I miss something in there? Okay, no, I thought I missed something in there. Okay, great. Oh, you were on hiking here. Yeah, okay, that's cool. That's cool. Yeah. And hiking, walking with your bag, right? I mean, you can walk with it. I mean, if you can't per se walk with it just normally, right, for a little bit of time, well, in a stressful situation, well, might be a little bit more challenging, right? A little bit more challenging. Let's see here. Did I miss anything? I know someone said something to me. Hey, I'm doing good, Gray. Thanks for asking. Appreciate it. Are you waiting for winter? It will be here before. Yeah, yeah. Speak of winter. Oh, well, okay. It got down to I think I mentioned that earlier, down to the low 40s in the single digits. We actually have a frost advisory already. Now, the rest of this week is gonna be nice. In the 70s, in the low 50s, 20s, low teens for everyone else. It goes by Celsius and stuff like that. I mean, it's about 75 out, about 25 Celsius out. It's quite warm out. That's why I'm having frozen yogurt. Because actually I need to anyways. It was about to expire. I froze it before it expired, but I'm not consuming it now. Let's see. I'm trying to grade, but I'm trying. I actually, who said that? I know Gil said something about that, about getting ready for the clothing for the winter and stuff like that. I was mentioning stuff like that. I'm like, yeah. That's actually one of the reasons why I went back for this bay. I decided to update the gloves. Instead of having just gloves, per se for winter, I put mitts in there instead. Because mitts keep your fingers together and your fingers will stay warmer. They're not the best mitts, but they're ones I can spare for the bag at the moment, right? And hopefully I would have some time to gather up more things if need be. But if I'm not, well, at least I got something in the bag to go with. No, Mackenzie, this is not. This is not. This is not. Definitely not yet. No, no, no. I wish. Hey, Vanessa Kitty. How are you doing? Well, so no one feels left out. I'll say hi and puppy breath too. I always appreciate your support and puppy breath. Your support's very encouraging with a CR in it, of course. Gauntlet for Mittens. Oh, yeah, yeah. Hey, I think Uncle L, the Bullfrog's still in here. I think I remember this one time when I said I was in the side chat. I mentioned because it was during the winter time and stuff like that that I have worn, if need be, and I did this in like minus 30 Celsius, minus 40 Celsius. That's minus 22 Fahrenheit, minus 40 Fahrenheit. Where I did wear not one, not two, not three, but 4 layers on my hands. Or I could, in theory, if it came down to it. You know, try to keep my extremities warm and stuff like that. I think it was like a glove. I think it was a glove, a mitt, another mitt, and my jumbo mitt. For whoever hasn't seen my jumbo mitts, well, they're big. They're really big. I can put them over on top of like everything else, especially if I'm outside and stuff like that. You know, maybe windshield's strong and stuff like that. So. Really, Mackenzie? That's cool. That's cool. That's cool. That's cool. That's cool. You know, then that's good for good 2 reasons too, right? You're reusing something and can help you prepare for something too, and you learn from that experience, right? Because you put it together, the skill of putting it together. So yeah, I get thumbs up to doing something like that. At least trying it though, right? Not a lot of people have done that, right? Let alone trying to start it. Especially if you're doing that by hand without the sewing machine with no power. Yeah, I give you props for doing something like that. And yes, I'm still having my frozen yogurt. I mean, I want to eat it before it turns back into yogurt. Mm. Oh yeah, that's good. So in terms of preparedness, I was also ready with my with a spare battery right here for my wireless mouse, just in case. Just in case. All right, just in case. I'm assuming it's not done needed, but just in case, I was planning ahead. Planning ahead. So I wouldn't have to embarrass myself and have to say, I'm going to go get a battery, I'll be right back. No, I don't need to say that because I already planned it. So just in case. Just give me a minute, I'm just checking on some messages. And as you can see, I'm still wearing this backpack. I'm not actually jumping. I'm actually just tippy-toeing up and down. I guess I could work out with this, right? I was trying to, I was thinking to myself, I'm like, who needs a gym membership? I could just work out with a heavy backpack, right? You know, and stuff like that. You know, for the, you know, put 15 pounds, 20 pounds, depending how much you can handle, right? Every person's different and stuff like that. And make sure to have at least the essential basic core gear slash supplies in there, you know. Also, you know, some form of shelter, water, and food. And hopefully you'll have that kind of first aid kind of thing, some tools to help you along and stuff like that. So. Thanks for taking the time to drop in. I appreciate it. Yeah, okay, Mackenzie. Yeah, I hear you there. So, yeah, I have worn this bag out before for walks, and I have used some some of the items in it. I mean, if I use the trash bag, I'm pretty sure I can use trash bag, right? But some of the tools in there, I've tried them out. I brought them out on like let's say a camping trip or a day trip or something like that, just to see how get some experience with it and be like, okay, you know, is it sharp enough? Is it gonna handle it and stuff like that? Let's see here. So how long has it been? So I've been wearing this backpack for like 40 minutes, and I don't keep wearing it. Why not see if I can actually wear this the whole stream? Right. So I'm not just gonna be sitting around. Like literally, I'm not sitting. I'm standing this whole time. and talking about this. Of course, and puppy breath. Yes, of course. More words with CR in it, right? Yeah. So, like you can see, I got a water bottle on the side. Just some useful things, just in case. I'm trying to, how do I say, I wouldn't say slimline it, but I'm trying to minimize the amount of weight and bulk in the kit bag and so forth without sacrificing functionality or capability too much. So, for example, which I always use, I can lose like 2 pounds of weight in here easily, right? But I'm not willing to give up the water that's in the bag because that's probably gonna be important, right? But then there's other things that I can. They're not as important. For example, keyring. I used to have additional keyrings on this. And I know you're probably like, oh, that's not much weight, Sierra. Well, it all adds up, right? Stuff like that. So I removed these extra key rings and just certain pieces of metal where I'm just like, are they really gonna be that useful? Or is there something else that I can use instead that's probably gonna be a little bit better? You know. I know a key ring probably per se can handle like flames and stuff like that. It's not gonna melt per se, but how useful is it? So I decided instead of having key rings, I'll use cordage, instead. More multifunctional and stuff like that. Yeah, see, I do have one of my lights on here, actually. See? Woo! Yes, I do have another light on here too. It has a diffuser. Just quick access stuff, right? Pretty much just water and stuff like that. And I have this is just in case I gotta grab this at night. Could be a power outage. Power could be out. And yes, I got stuff on me, everyday carry, like this stream light that I have on me, stuff like that. But just in case, just in case. So, I mean, let's see, what else was I gonna say here? And then, well, swap outs, okay. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I think I know what you mean, unpopular. Just give me 1 second right there. Let's see on something. Okay. I appreciate everyone hitting the thumbs up, showing some support for me. I appreciate it. Like I said, no expert, just trying to learn this stuff on my own, right? You know, for myself and for family and friends. I mean, try to build community and stuff like that. I was remembering about this bag. I was gonna do a video on it, but I'll just do it here. There's one thing I've been considering is like with waist straps and shoulder straps. Do people actually adjust them before the winter? Because usually you're wearing less clothing in the summer, right? But during the winter when it's colder, you're probably wearing something thicker and stuff like that. Do you like adjust your bag before that time? Like expand it out a little? So you just throw it on and it's already ready to go. Because one thing I've been trying to do and incorporate in, I guess, a little bit more is this ready to go state. Or you could deploy it at a moment's notice. It's ready to go. I mean, there's no sense in having your first aid kit at the bottom of your bag because you may need it at a moment's notice. No sense in putting that. Oh, I'm gonna put my emergency poncho at the bottom of my bag where a place I can't access, because that's not gonna be very It's useful when it starts pouring out randomly and where you need that extra bit of shelter or cover or and stuff like that. Oh yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. Okay, yeah. That's what you meant. And public road. Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. I have one small one on here, but it's very small. I may switch that out too. So instead of having a little tiny keyring, I'm gonna use some tar bankline instead. Something else. Because the thing about those keyrings, you can stretch them if you had enough force. Because I've done that before by accident. I did that before by accident when I was biking. It's just like I had it tied around with some cordages dangling on the side. It got caught in my wheel, and I was just like, I'm like, what happened to my keyring? I still have the cordage. I'm like, oh, I know what happened. It pulled so hard that it strained it out and it just fell off. I'm like, yeah, no, I'm not gonna use those. And besides, keyring doesn't have a lot of secondary uses. I'd rather have the cordage. At least the cordage I probably could do more for what it is, stuff like that. And if necessary, daisy chain them together if necessary. While I read what a few of you are doing here, I have some more frozen yogurt. What difference does the season make? Well, can you elaborate on that a little bit more, Muscal? Just so I understand the context of that. Because I'm just saying. Hey, Uncle Al, if you're still watching, remember what I said about frozen yogurt? Yeah. That's why I brought it this time around. See, I see my poll at the top is about 80-20 right now. That's cool. That's cool. So, yes, as you can see, I still have the backpack on. I mean, I got stuff on the side, such as a whistle. I'll stand back a little. It's not that loud, but I decided to choose to use this right now. Oh, I almost forgot. I'm connected it in here. I would have been bad. I won't blow it out loud. I have louder whistles and stuff like that. One of my buddies hooked me up with one of those Fox 40 whistles, which I have inside right now. So I'm not sure if I'm gonna switch it out, because well, like I said, if I have like more than one or two or three, yeah, it's easy enough to dedicate. But when you only have one of something, it's kind of hard to permanently dedicate it to like a bag, right? Where you're not gonna be like not gonna scavenge from, right, or pull from, because there's no point in pulling, let's say, that ferrocerium rod from your bag if you don't put it back, because it's not gonna be there when you need it because you didn't put it back. If that makes any sense, right? So all the stuff in the bags and the kits is stuff I can actually dedicate, where it's just like it stays there. It's new home. It's in that bag, kit, or pack, or whatever. Oh wait, Purposer? What's up, man? How you doing? How you doing, buddy? Fist bump? Yeah, virtual fist bump. How you doing? You didn't do man, you might have not done something today, but you did something the other day, right? Right? I saw that. I saw that haul. I saw that haul. That's something. That's something, right? You did this much, so that's still part of preparedness, right? You still have to, well, bring in the food, bring in the calories, right? You know, yeah, you can go a little longer without food, but you're gonna be like very lethargic, non-energetic. Your mind's not gonna be as sharp. Might start making mistakes and stuff like that. Where you know, if you were uh, just basically camping or glamping, you wouldn't make those mistakes because you know better. But because you're in a have less energy in you, you're making mistakes, not thinking well, and stuff like that, stumbling, tripping, and yeah. Oh, okay, okay, yeah, okay, okay. You got one? That's cool. That's cool. Yeah, mine's actually a yellow color. Actually, I have to put a different lanyard on it. A breakaway version. A breakaway version. So just in case. Well, that's something, right? Right? That's something, right? That's something, right, Ellie? Right, Ellie, pervert. That's something, right? You know. You know. Speak of that reminds me. You know, make progress, right? You know, not every all the people in here. You know, a lot of people in here. I can say every. I know. What? What? Abigail, Tash, James, Uncle Al, Mike, autistic Pumper, P2E. You know, let's see. Gray, Howie. You know, they didn't just all do this suddenly overnight. It takes a little bit of time, right? But make progress. Keep making progress forward, right? Keep climbing that ladder up, right? You know, maybe sometimes it feels like you're taking two steps back to take a step forward, but keep making progress, right? Make progress, not perfection, as they say, right? And yes, for some reason, I'm still wearing this bag for almost an hour here. So this is actually heavier than some of these airbags are. Although I do have a bag that's heavier, so that's why I'm trying to condition myself a little bit more to get used to it, right? You know. You know, also you don't have to take a break eventually, but hopefully it's far in between, right? And hopefully you can sustain that progress forward for a little bit longer, right? I mean, this is the same bag that I've shown me trying to do, let's see, push-ups, clapping push-ups, uh, planks, uh, pull-ups. Yes, I've done pull-ups with this bag. Maybe it's only two, but at least I know I could do it if I really, really had to, right? Pull myself up, right? If I really had to. It's difficult, you know, but at least I know my limitations with this, what I could achieve with this, right? And this is basically, this would be, I would say this would be one of the heavier bags, I guess, right? 15 pounds would be heavier for most people. You know, it depends what you're capable of, you know. You know, not everyone can carry 15, 20, 30 pounds. I know some of these bags out there, some people are carrying like 60 pounds. Well, you know what? Not everyone can do that. It depends how much you actually weigh. You know, if you weigh like 100 pounds and you're carrying 60 pounds, and you can do that, I give you all the props in the world because I can't do that. You know, 60% of your body weight. You know, for most people, it's probably gonna be in that 15, 20 pound range, right? You know. And some of that weight might be consumable kind of weight from like water and food and fuel sources like some sort of fuel canister, alcohol, stove. I mean, I guess even hand sanitizer is consumable because once you consume it, it's gone. Right? So, but I usually always factor in all the weight because that's my starting weight. Right? I'll just get lighter as I consume the water, as I consume the fire stars, as I consume the fuel, as I consume the fuel. Yeah, the weight's not go down, but that also means I don't have to resupply. Yes. That means I'm out of it, right? Okay, lab. Okay, man. Let's see here. Oh, yeah. That's good. Wait up. I gotta finish my frozen yogurt here. I'm working on that too. I'm trying to diffuse some tension in here with a random point if I can. Spill some. I gotta finish this. I'm trying to finish this before it becomes yogurt again. Because it's not that frozen right now. Woo! Almost got a brain freeze. That's good because it's actually quite warm out. This is something I did over the summer. It's quite nice. A little bit, probably a little bit better than, per se, ice cream, right? Except for something like frozen yogurt, well, you gotta do it in advance because I know it takes for something like this container. It takes like 4 or 5 hours for it to solidify, to freeze properly, stuff like that. Oh, okay. You don't run or do pull-ups. Well, do what you can, right? Do what you can, right? All right. Do what you can. Do what you can. How long am I going for? Oh, okay. Almost an hour. Almost an hour. Let's see what else here. So, like I said earlier in the beginning of the stream, preparedness is more than just this stuff right here. This is just an example. Just an example, right? Right? Just an example. You know, and speak of this, I've been working on a way to store this better, actually. And then test it out. It's actually I have the example in my bag. A different way of storing it to keep it in my bag and stuff like that. Because I've seen people who say, "Oh yeah, just vacuum seal it, right?" or something like that. Well, that might help in the beginning, but once you open it, then what? All right. So I'm looking for ways to, you know, keep it going, right? So it's not just some single use, right? If that makes any sense. Not that I know of. Let's go. I'm not going to dip into the environmental side as much in this. Because I'm trying to stay in the preparedness aspect of this. And let's randomly put on a backpack. Just kidding. But yeah. That'll be for another topic. Another live stream and stuff like that. Whew. So, you can see a couple things I just have on the side and stuff like that. Yeah, I even got a roll of tape right here. Roll of tape too. And see, remember when I said about multifunctional and making everything that if you put together some sort of emergency preparedness bag, go bag, etc., right? In my opinion, I want every part of it to be as useful as it can be. Hopefully multi-purpose, multifunctional, right? And stuff like that. While having the core things inside that are important, right? Shelter, some sort of defense, security type of things, first aid, right? Water, food, stuff like that. I think I just saw a squirrel because I just got derailed from that comment. Just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. But yeah, I mean, but anyways, coming back to this, I decided to actually use corn cordage instead. So I can always use this as a wick just in case. Obviously, it can get wet, but multifunctional. And yes, this is Gorilla Tape wrapped around something. So basically, it's like a roll. So I can just roll it fast. So the deployment of it's gonna be pretty quick, pretty quick. It's not as quick as the layered method that I've been using for tape, but it's fairly quick. I don't know. I'm not a really big fan of the card method. It has its uses and places, but I just don't like it because the deployment's so slow on it, and it takes a while to wrap around a card, especially if you're trying to do it nicely and stuff like that, because it's not round. Yeah, it might be thinner, but the deployment's not as fast because it takes a little bit of time to unwind it. Right? No, I have not used gaffer tape before. I've used like vinyl type of tapes and clear tapes, and honestly, I got Gorilla tape right here, which was graciously gifted to me for Christmas. I know. Right, Muska? I figured I'd bring that up. My buddy's like, my buddy was asking me, "Hey, CR," I'm like, "Yeah, what's up, man?" It was before December or whatever. "Hey, what do you want for Christmas?" You know, I figured I'd just ask you instead of getting you something that you don't need or whatever. Like, I'm like, well, you can get me duct tape. My friend's like, duct tape? Really? That's all you want? I'm like, well, remember I create with stuff, and I do this kind of thing, right? So, yeah, it'll be useful. I can put it to good use. And they're like, okay, Sierra, I'll get you duct tape. I mean, or Gorilla tape. Right? They got me this roll, right? I actually still have that roll. I've spread out that resource out, so I can have a little bit. I have a little bit right here. I got some more in the bag. This is just real quick, right? Real quick, if need be, and stuff like that. So, one thing I need. It's this one side I have. There's this spot right here, but it's manageable. But this is why I want to get a new bag for this. I mean, I like this, but I think I need a little bit more for this. And don't get me wrong, I do have another bag that's probably a little bit more substantial than this. It's definitely better than this bag. I know it is. It has a sternum and a waist strap on it, and the padding on it is far superior. But that bag also weighs a lot more than this one. A good 10 pounds more, give or take. Oh, okay. Alright. So it's about 76.24% for my poll right now. Just see here. 21 votes, eh? Okay, wow. Out of 21 votes, about 3/4 of you have done something today, or as you're watching this. And if you're catching this on the replay, I may leave the poll on. And shout out to the replay gang. Hi! So 76.24, so 3/4. Okay. Oh yeah, the waist straps. Yeah. Yeah. See, that's why I wanna update this one. Yeah. Once I update this one, this bag will probably be used as a different bag for a different reason and stuff like that. You know, I know some people do that. You know, they get something new for their bug out bag. They're like, okay, I'm gonna replace this tool in this bag and put the old tool in something else. Okay, maybe in a vehicle or something to use, for example. So you're not just wasting the stuff. And speak of which, I shouldn't waste my frozen yogurt. Ugh, my nose is so itchy. Hold on. I gotta finish this. You have to finish this before it starts melting too much. And yes, I'm eating yogurt with a fork. Yes, it's the only way I can stab through the container. Oh. See, I usually do not eat on my stream or on my videos, but let's just say I kind of figure if I can't beat them, I'll join them. Just kidding. I'm always the one complaining about being hungry on the stream, so I figure, well, might as well go on the other side. But yeah, you're right. Those waist straps and sternum straps actually do help. And get the weight off your shoulders and stuff like that. So you don't. So it's on your hips more and stuff like that. But like I said, how many people actually adjust their bags before the start of the season? Right. And yeah, so you might hear some background noise. FYI, sorry. But yeah. Sorry, I can't tilt the camera though. It's just a bag I have. I wouldn't say it's definitely not minimalistic. you know, I'm definitely not going per se minimal on this. I've actually upgraded. I wouldn't say not upgrade the bag, but I've added a few additional things in to help me during winter, if need be. I decided to reposition, reorganize the layout of the bag. Most of it is still the same from last week before I did it, but I'm trying to, like I said, maximize what I can get in this. You know, maximize my functionality or my capability of the bag without dramatically increasing that weight or bulk too much. Because you can have all this, you can have all the stuff in the world and stuff like that in your bag, but you gotta be able to carry it, right? You gotta be able to carry it. Can't assume you're gonna have some. You can't assume that you're gonna have some conveyance or something like that. Hold on a sec. Hold on a sec, please. Sorry about that. I got derailed it. But yeah, you can't assume you're gonna have some conveyance or transportation. You might have to rely on your own personal transportation. Walking. Maybe if you're lucky, have a bicycle, right? I know Uncle Al says that all the time, right? Wheels will help. Right? You can definitely get more distance on wheels if you can, right? If you can, you know. What was I gonna say? Yeah, so you don't have to carry this weight forward and all that stuff. So you got to be able to handle the weight and stuff like that. If you can't just wear your bag around for an hour standing around, well, going for a walk or walking uphill may be a little bit more challenging. I mean, I'm just saying, right? Or you're wading through water. Yeah, yeah. There's a perfect example right there, right? Wading through water, right? With backpacks on, right? I've seen those videos out there, right? News reports and stuff like that. I did see people with bags. I was looking at, I'm like, is that a go bag? I could see a water bottle on the side and stuff like that. Something similar to what I have here. Something similar to what I have here, right? It's just on the side, right? You know, you know. Are they into prepping? Who knows? Maybe, maybe not. But they have something. They have something ready to go. And hopefully it wasn't just a mad scramble at the end to doing it. Hopefully it was done in advance with some forethought and stuff like that. Alright? You know? Because sometimes situations don't give you a lot of lead time. Right? Tornadoes are probably a prime example of that, right? Earthquakes too, right? There's not much lead time on it. You're not gonna be able to plan too much. Well, I mean, you can plan beforehand, but you're not gonna be able to be like. It's not the same as seeing a storm coming, right, and stuff. Whatever you can be like, you can, you know, put out a bathtub of water in advance. You're probably not gonna be able to do that because you're not gonna be able to see that coming. Most likely, right? All right, take care. Have fun with your food. Enjoy. What's that story here? Oh yeah, coming back to what I was saying about wading through the water, right? I mean, like that's gonna take a lot of energy too, right? Right? Water has resistance, right? In it. It's like going swimming, right? You know, you get exhausted from it and try wading through water for like a block or two. Now I haven't done that yet, but or it could be like some headwind, right? Maybe it is really windy and you have to leave for some reason, and there's this big gust of wind in your direction where you're going, right? That's not slow you down. That's not slow you down. That slows me down when I'm biking, when I'm walking. All right. So I will probably go till I was gonna say the bottom out till the 90-minute mark, so about 18 more minutes, 15 more minutes, give or take. Because I want the information to stand out in this a lot more than the other stuff, because I think the information is more important. Now, like I said, it's Preparedness Month. September is National Preparedness Month, so figure I put my own 2 cents in and wear a bag, an actual bag, a real bag, with real stuff in it, right? You know, and it actually has weight, actually has water. Let's see if I can show that. See, there's that bottle of water right there. Right? Actual bottle of water inside, actual food inside, and stuff like that. You know, what you pack is up to you in terms of food, right? Obviously, you want to keep it as light as possible, probably as dense as possible and stuff like that, right? Water's gonna take up weight, right? Can't carry enough, right? Can't carry enough. I like to have some water with me in these bags, ready to go, because just in case the situation's that bad that, you know, oh, I actually have to find water for whatever reason, which there could be, I'm pretty sure there can be that time that will happen or could happen, right? From one of these, right? Yeah, yeah. Because once that happens, the infrastructure around's gonna be gone, right? And hopefully I'll have a bag, and at least I'll have a container and a bottle of water to start off with, all right? Instead of having to go find water right away, all right? I could at least be like, grab this bag, grab that water out, take a sip, okay, and stop, slow down, think, observe, and make a plan. If I haven't already made a plan in advance, all right? Right, so. No, I haven't added in one of these into my bag yet. I'm working on it because I have to dedicate one for this bag. Not only that, you're gonna put these in, make sure you have cables, spare cables, right? How many times have I seen people put in battery banks without cables for their actual device, like their phone, their smartphone, and stuff like that? I've seen some people use universal type adapters or ones that you can switch out. So those are handy, right? You know, that gives you a little bit more functionality or flexibility, multi-purpose and stuff like that, just in case. I'm only accepting that because it has CR in it, Moose Cow. Just saying, just saying. But yeah, I'm all good with a little diffusing a little tension with humor, you know. Sometimes you might need to do that, right? Right. And then there's other times where you need to be serious, right? Yeah. Well, you better save some for the next time, Moose Cow. Right? You know, better save some for the next time so you're not all washed out. and have no more. Did I just throw a pun in there? Yeah. Well, almost got flooding my chat right now with puns and jokes. So yeah. Let's see what else is there. What was I say? You know, if anything, take the time down to get ready, right? Do things now. Well, it's still easy, right? Relatively doing stuff in the calm before the storm happens, right? Okay then. Do stuff before things happen, right? More forethought, less in hindsight, more proactive and less reactive, right? That's the message right there. You know, square away some of that stuff beforehand. You know, there's not much time left. There's still some, but there's not much, right? And if you can right now, do a little bit more right now, right? I don't know. A little late to start gardening. Okay, the season's ending. It is September. Okay, but maybe it's getting a water filter. Find that extra can or two of beans to go with that extra pound or two of rice. Even yesterday, I picked up an extra bag of rice. Didn't really need to, but I'm just like, well, the price is still good, and yeah, get this while I still can. Green thumb. Yeah. But yeah, do stuff while you still can, right? And take it one step at a time, right? Maybe if you did grow garden this year, right? See if you can get the seeds, right? So you can do that again next year and hopefully sustain that, right? So it's more sustainable, right? Maybe it's learning a new skill or brushing up on that skills, right? Like knitting, right, Muscal? Knitting, sewing, right? Making something, right? Maybe maybe it's rediscovering something, right? You know, maybe it's showing the kids how to make a solar still, right? A solar distillation still, right? Right. I remember learning that in school. That was one of the fun parts about science classes. I always did enjoy them, right? Especially making this homemade filter. That was fun. That was fun. Let's just say I'm the only one in my class at that time that did not just use a coffee filter, right? I did something else. I did something else. My teacher gave me prompts for using something different, and not being like everyone else and using coffee filters, right? I used something else. Okay. And popular. Okay, yeah. You know, goggles that might help in situations like that, right? Hmm. So your eyes aren't just like watery from the smoke and stuff like that. I actually have goggles too, but I use them for the winter more. Technically, I probably could use them here if that occurred here. Yeah, I probably could because the reasons I wear the goggles over my glasses because so I'm walking in and out of places, my glasses don't fog up. For people that wear glasses, you know about about foggy glass is when you enter in from a cold environment to a very warm, moist environment, right? You go back inside a house, home, apartment, stuff like that, cabin, whatever, right? Hey, Muska, you're supposed to put that in the caps, not the CR, but the CR itself in creative. Hello. Yeah, exactly. I'm public, right? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, something I started to add in. Even safety glasses, right? Depending on the nature of the situation, right? Safety glasses, a hard hat, safety helmets, it could be useful, right? It could be useful. Depends on your situation, what you expect for your own area, right? Right. I live inland, so earthquakes are not high on the priority. Snow, storms, much higher on my priority of stuff that can happen, right? For other people, it might be forest fires. For other people, it might be twisters, earthquakes, that everything to do with water, right? I would make some sound effects, but I don't want to get a copyright strike for singing, for humming something. So I'll probably, like I said, 90 minutes. It's about 80 minutes now. 82 minutes. Just checking on some messages here on my tablet here. You so in this last 5 minutes, 8 minutes, whatever, go out and do something to improve your situation right now. Whatever it is, right? Whatever it is. You know. I'm not gonna judge anyone going out there to pick up bottles to gather a little bit of money so they can get a little bit more food, cans of food or rice. I'm not gonna judge anyone doing that, right? I have respect for people that actually gather up bottles, actually, because that stuff usually gets recycled instead of getting tossed, right? Right, something like that, right? Oh, hello, Laura. I don't have a sip here, so don't forget about that water, food, shelter, first aid, energy, power stuff, tools, transportation, convenience, right? Defense, first aid, communication, some sort of maps, compasses, two-way radios, right? Down phone towers might be down, communication might be restricted, or you can't make calls now, but you can still send text messages and stuff like that, right? I've been hearing about stuff like that. Have some backup power, right? Maybe it's starting small, or like your phone, mobile device, and then maybe you get more bigger scale. I'm trying to hopefully one day have a generator here, just in case, where I can see the use for it, but I don't have the moolah for it right now. So, I create with what I have, and I prepare with what I have, and what I can get access to, right? Unfortunately, I don't have all the money in the world, but I do have all the creativity in the world, right? You know, and I try, right? Sometimes I barter stuff like that. I mean, like, sometimes I find stuff. The map I have in this bag, it's a paper map that I found. How current it is, well, things change over time, but at least it would give me a pretty good representation of the area. And it is a map of this area, province wide and stuff like that. Well, Maybe I should go longer because people are coming in even faster now. And let me welcome into the room my Canadian friend. Hello. Oh, someone's back with food. Alright, Troy. Nice to see you too. Whoa! It's Nina. Hello. Hi, Nina. How are you doing? Yeah. I appreciate everyone stopping by to show me some. I don't know why I'm singing. I must be getting excited. I appreciate you all taking the time to drop in. It's very nice of you to take the time. And for everyone taking my poll right now. About 73%, 27% for no. Alright. Hey, who knows? Maybe you're taking a break today. That's why you put no. Right? Sometimes you gotta take a break, right? You know. And still enjoy life, right? Go enjoy life, go out for a walk with family, take the dog for a walk. Spend time with friends too, right? You know. Because it makes you always remember why you're preparing in the first place, right? It's not just for your own personal requirements, but sometimes it's for your pets, your family, your parents, your kids, your wife, your husband, right? You know, sometimes it's not just for yourself, but you're doing it for them too, right? Right? To give them the best chance if something really does happen, right? I mean, if anything, if you pull anything away from this video, this live stream, remember that part, right? I think that's something right there, right? Because I know not a lot of people have family members that support what they do at times, but you know, but sometimes you're doing it just just in case. It's not gonna be as painful. If that makes any sense. Aw. I barely saw that dog in that video, in that stream too. You know. Well, sometimes you're gonna enjoy life too, right? Pre Prepare, right? Just in case, but still enjoy life, right? You know. Maybe it's outside enjoying a campfire, sharing stories and stuff like that. You know, hanging out with people and stuff like that. Socializing. Because when I socialize and hang out with people and stuff like that, it always reminds me why I'm doing the preparedness part and preparedness things in the first place, right? Why am I learning this stuff? Why am I even doing this survival related stuff in the first place? It's because just in case I gotta help family, friends, co-workers, the pets, the neighbors, right? Just in case, right? At least I would know that I did what I could, right? Instead of being in hindsight, where I'm like, for example, oh, I wish I took that course on this and that. Could have been useful right about now, right? I hope that makes sense. And I'm really glad you guys brought that stuff up. Because I should remember that. I almost forgot about that. Hey, it's my friend Buggo Basics. How are you doing, man? Well, I guess I'm not going to go longer than I thought. I was going to cut it at the 90-minute mark, but clearly I might as well keep going because clearly I'm getting more people coming in now. So, relaxation is mental preparedness. Yeah, okay. Yeah, exactly, right. Be with. I'm trying to say something without using cliche phrases. I think you guys know what I mean. So, as everyone knows, and if you just got it, I've been wearing this backpack this whole stream. Yeah, I still have this on, and it's not anything lightweight. All right, there is stuff in here. There's water in here. There's food in here. There's shelter in here. There's first aid stuff in here. All right, there's a map in here. Hell, I even got a blanket in here. So, amongst other things, right? No, I'm not showing this bag out. This is not a show and tell stream. You'll have to wait for a video on it. But I am saying there is stuff in this bag. Right? You know, regardless if your bag that you use to go with, evacuate with, bug out with, get home with, you know, regardless, make sure you know how to use the stuff. Knowing it like the inside and out. Knowing like the back of your hand. Wait, what's on the back of my hand? Okay, nothing. But yeah, make sure you know what's on like the back of your hand, right? You try that stuff out, right? You've used it the best you can. You tried it out. Use that tarp, you know. You know how to do the knots and hitches to go with that tarp or shelter. Know how to make a ridge line, you know, and stuff like that. Maybe practice some of this more primitive bushcrafting kind of stuff if need be, right? Just in case you gotta fall back on that, right? Fall back on it just in case, right? Also, you have the skills, knowledge, and EXP to back up that gear and supplies, right? To make this kind of stuff, the food, the water, and all that stuff work the best it can. Oh, come on! Really, Musco? You put me on the spot. It's like, shall we? Shall we? Shall we? Well, it's my stream. It's my stream. And besides, I'm not doing panels, so no one can say do panel because I don't have, I'm not doing one because I'm not connected in. Or, oh, hey, thanks, Nina. I appreciate that. I'm not sure which part of the smart you meant or where I was smart. Probably just this little spot back there, right? Just kidding, just kidding. So yeah, all right. What was I gonna say here? So you guys got me distracted and I derailed myself here. Well, then you have a sip. Hydrate up, right? Have a sip of your water, coffee, juice, tea, whatever it is, right? Keep hydrated, right? You know, do what you can, right? Do what you can, you know, with the money you do have, the resources you do have, the connections that you do have, right? Maybe you're bartering, exchanging service for goods, right? I've done that before. If I'm wrong with that. I mean, I've exchanged shoveling snow for a map, a laminated map at that. I've exchanged snow removal for metal files, right? So a little bit of work could pay off. Just saying, right? Maybe it's going to a yard sale, garage sale, church sale, estate sale, and trying to find stuff to supplement your preparedness stuff, right? You know, maybe it's that poncho. Maybe it's some 50-year-old Mora. Oh yeah, I got that too. Got that too. That was a tag. Oldest knife I have, right? Shown that already, right? So you can check that one out. So, and literally, I got I got a 50-year-old tool for the price of less than the price of deposit of two 2 liters. So, not everyone can do that. Yeah, I understand. Not everyone can find those deals, but they are out there. Sometimes I find things on the ground. You'd be surprised in certain places, especially more populated areas where you. Hold on a sec. Give me a sec, please. Okay, you guys have to give me a moment. I'll be right back. I gotta deal with something real quick. But just consider what I've been saying. While so, give me some feedback on that, what I just said about when you don't have it and you're trying to find it or look for it. I'll be back. I'll have my things cycling. Okay, sorry about that slight delay there. Remember what I said about when you're streaming? Sometimes the real world stuff's gotta come up first. So yeah. Anyways, I am back here. And yes, I had to move a few things and help someone with something real quick here. So, like I said, sometimes things have, yeah, just the way it goes. Let me just put my thing back on the screen here. Where did I put? Oh yeah, there it is. Good thing I had to save and decide to label everything. So I appreciate Miss Nino coming by. Appreciate it. That's very nice of you. Very nice of you. Take care. Uh, yeah, that's the one thing I'm gonna get is a wool blanket. I mean, I've hired wool stuff, wool mitts, wool sweater, and stuff like that. I'm hoping to get a wool blanket, right? At the moment, I only got some fennec, unfortunately, so I gotta watch out for sparks and all that stuff. And it's not gonna be fire resistant and stuff like that, but in the meantime, still better than no blanket, right? And yeah, my mic's on. Okay. And yeah, see, I am still wearing this bag. I've been more. Has it been? It's almost. Yeah, I'm still wearing the bag. So yes, I guess surprisingly enough, I actually moved stuff with this bag on, and I'm still wearing it. James took off. Okay, take care, James. Yeah. So maybe I should have ended the stream earlier, but that's fine. We wouldn't have known, right? We wouldn't have known, right? Well, I guess I might as well go to that 2 hour mark at least, right? And then try this out, right? Uh, I guess I'm getting in shape, right? I can almost do squats, right? I guess if I had more weight, I could just like do some squats and stuff like that. Yes, I'm puppy breath, right? Right? My creative workout, right? Yes, I can jump in this. I just have to watch how I do it. Well, I don't have a Harbor Freight here. I'm Canadian. Ain't enough said. However, there's a couple ideas I've been considering. If I can't get one, well, maybe I can fabricate it, right? Let's see. Oh yeah, so like I was saying about coming back to what I was saying about bartering and stuff like that. I mean, I know, exchanging services for something, right? And I said about the snow removal and stuff like that, exchanging that for a file, exchanging that for laminated mat, right? Maybe slightly outdated, but more of the core stuff's probably still useful and stuff like that. They probably haven't changed it too much, you know. There's still stuff south of me and north of me and east of me and west of me. Not in those directions, but yeah, you know what I mean. Oh yeah. Let's see here. So if everyone was wondering what I was moving, I was just moving some more soil again, and another pail of it, so or two. So I had to move it in here and stuff like that, and talk to these people for a moment too. So I needed a little bit personal time, right? Right. I was talking about something more personal anyway, so that's why you didn't hear I disabled the mic during that time period. So let's see what else did I want to say here. Oh yeah, about when you don't have money, right? You can't get deposits or bottles or cans to do that, right? Can't barter anything because there's no service, right? Well, sometimes you can be lucky and find stuff too. Sometimes. Sometimes. You'd be surprised. You'd be surprised what I can find out there. You'd be surprised, right? You know, money might not grow on trees, but it can fall from the trees at times or be on the ground. I mean, there is times where I found, or people near me or next to me or beside me have found things. I'm just like, what? Did you just find that? And they're like, CR, yeah, I just found that. Where it'd be like a $10 bill when you're just leaving your place and you just see it on the side of the road, to this duct tape that my friend found in the middle of like nowhere, right? To some random lighter that I randomly see, and I check it and I was just like, it's 3/4 full, still useful, alright? And that stuff, of course, the money, right? Instead of just being wasted in the environment, right? You know, going through some sort of destruction phase or whatever is later, becomes something more useful again, right? So yeah, that's how I see it anyways. I'm like, I'm picking up this lighter just to see if there's any fuel. That'll be a bonus. And if not, then I'll dispose of it, right? So it's not polluting the environment as much anyways, right? Hi, it's Iron Fire Horse. Okay. I knew there was a reason. Well, the D was supposed to be connected in there. I must have hit the space in there. Well, James, yeah, or memorizing it as much as you can. I know some people put like, because most people have a case for their phone, you know, putting it on the back of your phone, right? So, you know, that can help. I didn't bring it out with me, but some waterproof paper, rain in the rain, weatherproof paper on it, right? Could be useful. Could be useful, right? I mean, I'm gonna some of that rain and rain or waterproof paper in this bag. Not much, a couple sheets, right? A couple sheets. I don't think I'm not really need more than a couple sheets. I'm pretty sure if I start using that stuff, it's probably serious enough that I have to use it for some reason. And for some reason, I don't have a baggie with normal paper, for example, to rely on that. I have to rely and use that, you know, waterproof paper and stuff like that. You know, and markers and pens and sharpies, permanent markers, all that stuff, right? I mean, I've shown there are other ways of using lipstick. For someone who hasn't seen my video on that, well, you can go check that out. It's in the channel. It's something I did a while back, right? It really will re-illustrate something else I've said. Laugh out loud. I mean, ha ha ha. Oh yeah. I almost forgot about that. You were doing that. Yeah. Oh, I see. I see. So I got that that pole at the top here. Let's see, 25 volts. See, you could tell that I've been talking about power too much. I'm saying volts instead of volts. Volts. Well, 3/4, 76% saying yes to. Have you done anything today to prepare more in advance of something? Whatever that XYZ is, right? You know, maybe it's something little like, you know, extra can of food, extra bag of beans, extra bag of rice, extra container, extra water filter, more containers to store the water, uh, like a water bog. You're supposed to laugh there. See how I brought that in? Never mind. like a container like this, right? This is one of my friends gave me this one. This originally had water in it. I they were saying to me, "Hey, CR." I'm like, "Yeah. How come? Have you put anything in there yet?" I'm like, "No. I thought you were gonna put rainwater in." I'm like, "No, I decided not to because I don't need to. I'm not that desperate. But however, I will leave this out here just in case I gotta actually put clean water in because the container is still fairly clean. The only downside is because these use for a dispenser thing. I don't know what to use for a lid unless I can find some sort of cap, plug, cork. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe I might be able to. That'd be interesting. But I decided to reuse the container, or at least try to anyway. Oh, okay. Oh, at least I'm puppy fresh saw that. It is a real thing, right? The water ball is a real thing. Used for a bathtub and stuff like that. I don't know. That's more, I wouldn't say, well, that's a thing you have to buy and a more advanced thing than just filling up the tub, right? And I Uncle Al said about some sort of backflush or it pushing it back, right? Backflow and stuff like that. So I remember that. All right, unplug the drive. Let's see here. I forgot I took it off. Let me put that back on. I forgot I took it off. Whew! 2 hours, guys. 2 hours. It's coming up to that 2 hour mark, isn't it? Let me just check here. Well, okay, a couple minutes off, but I'm coming up to that 2 hour mark right here. All right. Coming up to that 2 hour mark, and I've been wearing this bag for the last almost 2 hours. If anything, just my knees hurting because the way I've been standing. All right. But I could sustain this for a little bit longer. Now, remember, I have not taken this bag off since I started, well, put it on in the beginning of the stream. Didn't even take it off when I was like temporarily AFK away from keyboard and in my BRB mode, be right back mode, right? Still wearing it. Still wearing it. Oh, okay, Iron Fire Horse. All right, James. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah. Right, Bo? It's all cool. It's all good. Iron Fire Horse. It's all cool, my friend. Yeah, I'm wearing a bag. Should I like stretch it up more? What do you think these straps were? Not that kind of strap, and not that other strap, and not that other strap, but the straps from the bag. FYI, right? I mean, got one of my lights on here. See? Access to a quick whistle. Alright. This is not a sneak peek on this bag, because I'm not showing this bag in this video, stream slash replay, but a couple on the things on the outside. Water bottle. Right? Excuse me. Right here. That's a plastic water bottle. I'm hoping to swap that one out. I've been thinking of going towards a metal throughout all the kits. At least have one, right? I may still put a plastic one in, but there will officially now always be a metal container, just in case, just in case, just in case. And it's a little bit more durable and stuff like that. So, and there's multiple uses for a metal container, anyways. You just put a poncho in. Oh yeah, yeah. If anything, I want a slightly bigger bag so I can actually put clothing in this bag. Because the way that I have the shelter, the water, the food, the power, energy, navigation, communication, and stuff like that tends to fill up the bag quite a bit, right? I mean, it's all useful, right? Stuff like that. I have brought this bag out at least once out in my kind of not just going for a walk kind of deal, but yeah, right. You do what you can, right? You know, I'd rather not use plastic, but there is a time and place for it, right? Okay. Hey, Dark. Is it? No way. Sorry. I was just like, I thought I was hearing rain or spitting outside. I'm like, we're not supposed to be expecting that. Hold on a sec. Hold on a sec, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. Seriously? Nowhere. Huh. For some reason, it's actually spitting outside. Sorry, I don't think it's actually gonna be that hot. I mean, I have to open the door. Yeah, it is actually spitting outside. It wasn't even in the forecast, see? Yeah. Now, I'm pretty sure it's not going to be substantial enough because it's not that gray out. It's really gray. I can't believe that. It's actually spitting outside. Yeah, see, this is why I don't keep the door open because they all washed out my faces, but I need to keep it open now. Because I need the breeze in here and I need to see if it actually gets more substantial. And apparently, I left my multi-tool outside. I left my multi-tool outside. Useful things, you know. Good for doing a lot of things, but maybe not great for doing something very specific. I picked that up from Marshall, by the way. He used to say that all the time. Since we're on a first name basis here, I already know. I already know. I already know. Okay there, okay there. Settle down, settle down. So, okay. Have your drink and stuff like that. Well, I guess we're gonna see how tired I feel after wearing this bag. Once I take off this bag, I'll be like, oh, yeah. It's like, you know, the weight's off my shoulders. The weight of the world's off my shoulders. Now, see, now I'm seeing the sun more. So it was very, very fast. It's like almost like a mist. I mean, the ground isn't barely wet. There's drops on the ground, but I see the sun out more right now. It's not like I'm gonna see a random rainbow. Wouldn't that be funny? Random rainbow live? Don't think so though. Nope. Nope. Never. No, I don't think it's gonna be like that. I don't think there's enough raindrops out there. Wow, you two are having way too much fun with that. You guys are having way too much fun with that. That's cool, that's cool, that's cool. So, let's see here. I think I've talked about enough of this stuff, at least for not right now, right? You know, food, water. Why is it all important? Being ready to go in advance. so you don't have to scramble, right? And really, so that help that you would may need could be used to help someone that needs that help even more than you would if you didn't have anything, right? Just saying, right? All right. First responders got to come out there to, save your butt, or they could be saving the other person that really, really needs it a lot more, right? Or if you're prepared and have someone ready to go, you would need that assistance. That could be a pun right there if I said that, but I won't. But you know what I mean, right? Because what's the first word? What's the first syllable of that helper word? Yeah, right. You don't want to be that, right? I could say that, right? Oh boy, you guys are having way too much fun. Way too much fun. So let's see what else is there. Yeah, I talked about that. Talked about that. And always remembering, the mind, the body are important too. The skills, knowledge, and EXP are important. They make the gear, the supplies work the best they can be, such as knowing knots, right? Knots, hitches, and stuff like that with cordage, right? You can have all the cordage in the world, but you can't make a simple fixed loop, alpine butterfly knot, tightline hitch, a blood knot, an arbor Canadian jam knot. Well, I'm just saying, right? I mean, I've seen that stuff before. I've seen people in campsites where it's just like they can't even be bothered to undo the cordage, so they just left it behind. So, basically, you're wasting the resource because now you just bought it for one camping trip. So basically, this cordage that's not supposed to be per se disposable is can dispose stuff, right? And you didn't learn knots beforehand, easy to undo kind of knots, or slip knots, or easy to release kind of knots, right? Like the Fairmont friction hitch, right? There is ways to make air knots quick release. What's that called? The Tumble Hitch, which is a form of a slip knot, right? Stuff like that. I remember on one of my camping trips out, right? People left that stuff behind. Of course, I went to go get it because I didn't want to pollute. I didn't want that going back into being wasted, right? Like, actually, I have one of them on me. I can't take it off because I'm wearing something, but made it into a bracelet, right? I mean, I still remember that because it's just like, I think I found like 20 feet of cordage. No, more than 20 feet. It could have been like 30 feet. Non-continuous, different lengths and different colors, but, that's something I found. So, whether or not how good it is, well, that depends. But I mean, like, I could be using that to add into my preparedness stuff. Add into the bags and be like, hey, I'm missing some. I could use an extra 10 feet here in this bag. Oh, look at that. I found 10 feet. Now I can add it into that bag. I can add a bracelet in, a quick deployed bracelet too, using like a zipper chain in it or something like that. Versus having like a cobra weave that I have on my left foot right now. The one that I showed earlier in the stream. You used to? Yeah. Yeah, well, that was a long time ago, right? Right, Irie? That was a long time ago, right, Iron Flowers? That was a long time. You're just taking a break. Yeah. Why is the art looking that way? Oh, wait, there's something in my eyes. Well, bartering or exchanging or something is one of those things that probably been existed in a very long time, right? You know what's funny? I mean, I don't want. I mean, I can pull cordage out, which I said I have this bag on, right? And that's something about the cordage when I'm trying to do too. That reminds me of that. Is have it ready to go the best I can too. Because one of those things that I don't like either about cordage is I've seen it happen to other people is tangle, right? It's one thing you're camping and you have to undo knots and stuff like that. It's totally different if you gotta like use this to help someone that's falling through ice and you need to deploy some cordage out and now you gotta undo a knot. That's probably not that's probably not the time to be doing that, right? You want it quick as possible. But the point is like it's already done before I even finish the sentence kind of deal, right? So this is why I've been trying to do things in a certain way. So I can deploy it and just like, it's just like literally I could just like boom, it's out there and it's ready to go. Instead of wait a second, right? Whatever works for you. Right now I think there's that figure eight kind of thing. I can braid it, daisy chain it. I'm more of a fan of spools lately and stuff like that. Just because it's easier to unwind it and roll it back up. Especially if you're using something that you've already have preset uh, uh, anchor lines or tension lines for it, and just have one long piece for a ridge line and stuff like that. And of course, I can cut it if absolutely necessary. But what I'm saying is, if I have to like use some of it, then get going again, I can just re-roll it back up. If that makes any sense. And because I rolled it up, I can actually deploy it pretty fast, right? Because it's rolls. So similar to this, right? This unrolls fast. I can unroll this pretty fast. It's okay. Not gonna do it because I don't want to re-roll it right now, but because it's round on a spool, a wheel and axle, right? Simple machine, right? I think this is why I prefer this in my layered method as more than the card method. Oh, okay. No, it's fun. It's a funny bug of basics. I've actually practiced knots while waiting in line. I'll pass the by the time. Pass the by the time, right? I've done that before. Oh boy. Let's see where my is my pole here. Let's see. 27 volts, 78, 22. Okay. That's probably about almost 8 out of 10. So that'd be about 20. Some people said yes, and about 3 to 5 said no, based on math, fractions. But anyways, oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I've done that before. I think I've sewn in a car before and stuff like that. Hell, I think I've even braided in a car before. I don't usually do that. You gotta be careful, right? Okay, it's obviously what you're doing and stuff like that. You know, I mean, I would never knit or I mean not knit, but sew in a moving vehicle because I gotta be careful, right? I do have something pointy. I don't want to slip, right? Or instead of a brake, right? And stuff like that. Yeah, gotta be careful with that. I'll have you, Iron Force. Yeah, cool. Maybe I should have changed it. Put up a new poll that says, "Have you been prepping all day?" Iron Force hers would be like, "Yes." Oh yeah, there is a little split now. See, this is another. Oh, I see. I do have drop frames in here. 137 drop frames, 0.1%. So it's not that. It's not that bad compared to everything in here. Yeah. At least it's a little bit better than the entire time. Volume should be good. Or, yeah, I'm assuming the volume is good because no one's complained. I. Oh, okay. You see, Dark left me a comment on one of my videos. Probably a live stream. Alrighty then. Let's see here. What else do I want to say in here? I think I said all the worm stuff. Go practice. Or do stuff now while it's easy. Before things happen, right? Learn from your mistakes. Learn from what people have done as mistakes, right? Have those contingency plans. Have those backups, right? Stuff like that. The right kind of redundancy and stuff like that, right? And if you got no money, well, damn it. Hold on. Okay, CR's back here. Sorry. Like I said, remember what I said about like real world stuff? Anyways, that's really awesome, Iron Firehorse. That's really cool. I like how you converted that with a CR in it. That's what I like to hear. People converting stuff. Alright. I kind of posted a little hint of something I did over on the Facebook side of things, over on the page. So I will be slipping out of here, because apparently I need to take care of something here, in the real world here. So I do appreciate everyone taking the time to drop in here. Iron Firehorse. Did I not? Okay. Yeah, you're the master of it? Well. Well. Can I be your apprentice? But yeah. Yeah, exactly, Bob. Make things to make things happen, right? So I do appreciate everyone taking the time to drop in here, which also include prep for it. That's with the number. Muscal, Ollie Pepper, and Puppy Breath I Bullfrog, Uncle Al, Vanessa Kitty, Mojo, Caribou Country Outdoors, Mike, Mackenzie, Food Forest Permaculture Green Man, Colin from Kincaid Outdoors, B2E, someone with ideas, James, Abby, Laura, Discover Sustainable. Can't forget Bob and Iron Firehorse, right? Just saying. You've been hanging in with me since near the end here. I do appreciate it. And everyone else that's dropped by. I forgot, and I appreciate everyone that dropping by, and everyone catching this replay. Hopefully this information was useful, encouraging, with a CR in it. You know, go do what you can right now. Make progress in it. Keep positive, right? You know, keep positive, right? You know, I know things might seem dire, stressful even, right? But, you know, preparedness can help in that. I know it can, right? It's not stressing over this or that, and you have plans in place just in case. You know, can't plan for everything, yeah, I know. Can't have enough contingencies, yeah, and all that stuff, but at least it's to buy you more time, right? Buy you more time. And like I said, don't prepare just for yourself. Prepare so you can be more useful and help your loved ones, your family members, your mom, your dad, your co-workers, your step, blah 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 blah, your uncle, your aunt, your grandparents, your neighbor, and stuff like friends, right? And, friends and people that you care about, right? Do it for them, and hopefully, catch on a little bit more, and they'll want to do a little bit more too. And when more people do a lot more, that usually means that there's less and less people that need help and stuff like that. Sorry. Yeah, exactly. You get, and Puppy Breath says that, yeah, knows how to say it just the way I would say it too. Right? Yes, exactly, Bob. Yeah. Well, maybe not what Iron Firehorse said. Oh wait, I'm trying to brush that off. No, I'm just kidding. It's all good. It's all good. I know she's kidding. But remember, everyone, you all can create a better future starting today. And a little preparedness helps too. And as our world changes, we can adapt too. Skill and knowledge will get better with practice. Can help everyone out there, but one can help someone out there. And until the next live stream, video, interaction from the one that's encouraging, the one that has CR in the name. The one that likes to create. The one that's Canadian. The one that cares. The one that's trying to be more proactive and less reactive. The one that's still talking. The one that still has this backpack on for this whole stream. And look. Okay, guys, I took it off. So the stream's over. Stream's done. Cut the show. Peace out from the one known as, you know who, CR.